In unit number 7, on page 157, we go into beneficiaries. The state will ask you questions here. Now, who can be a beneficiary? Anybody. Anybody that you want. Your family, your children, friends, whoever you want. And the state's probably going to hit you with questions here. Now, we go down to trust. Every state exam I've taken has asked me questions about trust. They've asked about who the grantor was, the trustee was, etc. You need to know this. On the bottom of page 157 in trust, number 1 is the grantor. That's easy to remember. The grantor is the owner. Highlight everything in number 2. The trustee is the party that manages. Underline trustee, underline your key track word, manages. And the last one, beneficiary, that's a duh. Whoever receives the benefits of the policy, the beneficiary. I think the state's going to hit you with either the grantor, number 1, that's the owner, but especially the number 2, the trustee. Your key track word is the one who manages. Why? Because they're fiduciaries, just like you. On page 158, we go into minors. And minors and pets, we cannot leave property or a life insurance policy directly to minors and pets. We have to have a guardian. Highlight the first sentence. A minor is a person under the age of 18 and is deemed to be legally incompetent. Therefore, they cannot take ownership of life insurance proceeds. We have to have a guardian. The state might ask you that. On the estate, absolutely the state will ask you questions here. Let's read this and I'll suggest where to highlight. The insured's estate may be designated as a beneficiary and used to pay debts and the cost of legally closing the estate. After the estate debts are paid, the remaining proceeds will be distributed to the insured's heirs along with the estate's other assets. Highlight this next sentence, put an asterisk here. State exam question. Life insurance proceeds paid into the estate are counted towards the total value of the estate for the estate tax purposes. This is huge that you understand this. Why? Because it's a blunder. It's a huge blunder. If you make the beneficiary the estate, and there are people who are loved ones that are, you know they're alive, they're well, remember, life insurance, if the policy is paid out as a benefit to the beneficiaries and they're alive, you name them. They don't have to pay the taxes if this is paid out as a benefit. But if you make the estate the beneficiary, then you put that money in the estate, then along with the deceased person's home, businesses, cars, bank accounts, you are going to throw that estate over probably what the estate is worth and the estate taxes. So now you have to pay taxes on that life insurance policy when you didn't have to. That's a blunder. It's huge. We see this again in the course, and the state's going to ask you about this. Make sure you do not make the estate the beneficiary if there are loved ones, live people.